What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are testing out the deck that won the GOAT Format World Championship, originally piloted by Anthony Alvarado. Believe I'm saying that correctly. But this deck is pure gas. I mean, I have a replay that we're going to go through, and I am just running through my deck. Thanks to the way that this deck is formulated, the way it's built. It's absolutely insane. I think it's probably one of the most fun chaos decks that I've played with. But in here we got, of course, our one copy of Blackluster Soldier. We got our one copy of Breaker, the Magical Warrior, as well. I mean, this deck is just crazy once you get into these flip effects. You got 2 Chaos Sorcerer, you got 3 Dekoichi, you got 3 Gravekeeper's Spy, 3 Magician of Faith. I mean, you're able to just get back Graceful Charity, Upstart Goblin. I mean, it's nuts, the gas that you have in here. Plus, you got 2 copies of Book of Moon as well, too. But then we got Sangan, we got Sinister Serpent, we got our 3 copies of Thunder Dragon. We have Tribe Infecting Virus, then we got our Tsukiyomi as well to help give us a little more benefit with all these flip effect monsters. I mean, I do get Tsukiyomi out there a lot with Dekoichi, and I am able to just run through my deck because of that. It is nuts how just well-rounded, how, I don't know, a well-oiled machine this deck is. But going into the spells, we got 2 Book of Moon, we got our Delinquent Duo, Graceful Charity, Heavy Storm, Mystical Space Typhoon, our 2 Nox, Pot of Greed, Snatch Steel, and then 2 Upstart Goblin. I mean, the way you're running through this deck, it's fine giving your opponent a little extra life, because they're not going to keep it too long. Then we got 3 copies of Jar of Greed, very nice chainable card. Mirror Force, we got 2 Raigeki Break, Ring of Destruction, and Torrential Tribute. So it's a nice, even cut, 40 card deck. In the side deck, we're able to go into Metamorphosis with our Scapegoats. So we do have 2 Zambira, 2 Metamorphosis, 2 Mind Control, 2 Mystic Walk, 2 Scapegoat, 2 Sakuretsu, and 3 Trap Dust Shoot. Personally, for me, I really like Trap Dust Shoot, but spoiler alert, going into game 2, I don't even side anything. I just keep the deck the way it is because it worked so well for me in game 1. It's like, hey, why mess with something that's working? But this, I think, is probably, I don't know, one of the most fun Chaos decks I've ever played with. This is one I'm probably just gonna make IRL just because I liked it so much. But yeah, having the 3 Dekoichi, I don't know, it was just really nice. Having the 3 Jar of Greed, the Upstarts, I mean, being able to just draw through your deck and see everything that you want to see a lot quicker was a nice touch. But here we'll go. We'll go into the replay. We're playing against a Soul Control deck, which is, it's always a little scary. Always a little scary going against. But we open, I mean, pretty decently. We're going first. We got our Spy, we got Dekoichi, Chaos Sorcerer, Magician of Faith, Book of Moon, and of course, Upstart Goblin as well, too. So we go ahead, set the Dekoichi, set the Book of Moon, holding off on the Upstart. I don't know, just didn't want to go right into that. So now that we can see what they have in their hand, so they got a BLS, Mobius, Thessalos, Brain Control, Scapegoat, and Soul Exchange. So, realistically, a pretty decent opening hand, I would say, for a Soul Control player. I mean, BLS is a little dead right now with Mobius and a Thessalos in there. But they go ahead, they drop Soul Exchange, we lose our Dekoichi, and with Thessalos' effect, we lose our Magician of Faith, and lose 100 life points on top of that as well, too, which, yeah, that's never fun. It's never fun losing a monster that has a little more, utility to it. We draw into Thunder Dragon, So we go ahead and just immediately ditch that. We go into some Thunder Dragon things, as I like to say. Then we go ahead, set Spy, and that's that. They draw into Mirror Force and immediately set that. They attack into Spy. We go ahead and get out our other girl. Gravekeeper Spy is a girl, right? I think. Could be a guy. I mean, it looks a little feminine. But, so we go ahead, we got 2 Chaos Sorcerers, 2 Thunder Dragons, and Upstart in our hands, so nothing too crazy. But we go ahead and go right into Chaos Sorcerer since we do have that option. We go ahead and just banish Thestalos. I was a little too scared to just attack right off the rip, which is kind of a good thing because they do have Mirror Force. Because, you know, you never know what these decks are playing. I mean, a lot of these decks tend to play the same trap cards, but I digress. So they go ahead, they brain control, they take our Chaos Sorcerer. They go to use the effect, but we go ahead and activate our Book of Moon. So that does save our Spy. Then they tribute it off for Zaborg. So, kind of sucks, but what can you do, I guess? They had the alternative out, I suppose. So we finally upstart, we get our Torrential Tribute, we go ahead and just go right into our second Chaos Sorcerer. Go ahead and just banish out that Zaborg. Which, knowing now that he's got a BLS in hand, I mean, it's good that we did that, because that can be pretty scary. So we draw into Graceful Charity, go ahead, draw into Upstart, Tsukiyomi, and Dekoichi, and we go ahead and just toss both our Thunder Dragons. Nice little discard fodder there. Attacking with Chaos Sorcerer, we get hit with the Mirror Force, we go ahead and Book a Moon, our Chaos Sorcerer, and then set our Dekoichi, and call it that for that turn. So they set, looks like Call the Haunted and Nobleman. They know which one is Chaos Sorcerer. I mean, I can't say I blame them. Now that they know, I don't think that we've played any Dekoichis yet, so guess they wouldn't really know. So we go ahead, draw into Jar of Greed. We go ahead, activate Dekoichi. We get Magician of Faith. Not bad. Summon Tsukiyomi. Then attack in. They summon out Scapegoat, unfortunately. But at least we're able to set Dekoichi and get a little extra, you know, use out of him. They go ahead and pass. We draw our second Dekoichi. Flip up. We draw. Summon out Tsukiyomi. Rinse and repeat. It's a good, solid 1-2 punch, I would say. So we go ahead. We set the Raigeki break. Bring Suk back. They draw into their Magician of Faith. They set that. We draw into Sinister Serpent. Flip up Dekoichi. Get Mystical Space Typhoon. Upstart Goblin. I know, I'm not too happy about them being up to 92, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. So we go ahead, summon out Suk, set Dekoichi. Nice and easy. Attack into a Scapegoat token. Get one of those out of there. They Heavy Storm. So we are able to activate Raigeki Break, chain a nice little Jar of Greed onto that. Pop their Moth, and we get a Sangan. But, I mean, hey, they did Heavy Storm, so that sucks. And then they Nobleman, so we lose our Dekoichi. But, we draw in a Jar of Greed. So, I mean, that's something. Attack with Sangan, we go ahead and set the Jar of Greed and the Mirror Force. They summon out their own Sangan. We get BLS, which is pretty good. So we go ahead, banish that out. And this, oh my word, I am happy about. Yeah. Banishing off his Sangan. That, I did not know he was running BLS, so that was quite the call right there. So attacking in with Sangan, because I don't even think, they've only got Magician of Faith in their graveyard, so we got pretty lucky there. They draw into Tribe, unfortunately, discard Mobius and take out Blackluster Soldier. We hit Mirror Force on them. Draw into another Magician of Faith. We flip up our Magician of Faith that's on the field. Go into Graceful Charity. We go ahead and get Duo, Crossout, and Raigeki Break. So, I mean, I don't know, solid utilization for later. Summon out Tsukiyomi, set Magician of Faith, attacking with Sangan and Suk. And, yeah, it's kind of just rinse and repeat. They draw into their Azura Priest, so light monster that can attack all of our monsters. So we go ahead and just Raigeki break that because we're not about to, lose our field, basically. Bring back Serpent, bring out Breaker. Go ahead and attack in for 29. So now we're starting to, get in those pokes, dwindle him back down from that 92 that he got up to. So he goes ahead, sets Gravekeeper Spy. We go ahead and flip up Magician of Faith. We just bring back Mystical Space Typhoon. I didn't want to draw too much more. But we summon out Sook, go ahead, set Magician of Faith, and then Nobleman. Never showed me it was Spy, but I guess whatever. Didn't really matter. And yeah, so that was game one. Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm very pleased with the way that this deck works. It's beautiful. it's beautiful. So they go ahead, they set Ring of Destruction and Gravekeeper's Guard. I think that's pretty good. Pretty solid start play. We go ahead and duo. So we we get out the Zaborg and they discard Soul Exchange. So we set our Magician of Faith and Torrential Tribute because I'm thinking we'll go right back to that duo. We'll just keep ripping and tearing. But they hit Nobleman of Crossout on Magician of Faith, so we do lose her and the other two copies we have in the deck, unfortunately. They bring out Breaker. I go ahead and just change Torrential Tribute on that and clear out the field. Go ahead and upstart Snatch Steal. Pretty good, pretty good. Go ahead and set Dekoichi. They got Heavy Storm and Snatch Steal in their hands, so they're not doing a whole lot. So we go ahead, we summon out Dekoichi, we draw, use Sook, set Dekoichi, they use Ring of Destruction on our Sook, so unfortunately that, that kind of nipped that in the bud, because we are only running one Tsukiyomi. They draw to Necro Valley, so they're definitely going into a heavy Gravekeeper thing here, trying to stop us from Chaos plays. We go ahead, flip up to Koichi, we draw Sangan, just summon him right out, we get in for 24. So, really trying not to give him too much life this time around. Go ahead and set both of our Book of Moons, so we have some protection there. They try and snatch, we Book a Moon. Nice and easy. We draw into the Breaker, pretty good, pretty good. We flip up to Koichi, we draw into Pot of Greed, play a Pot of Greed. Draw a Ring of Destruction and Nobleman of Crossout. We summon out our Breaker Boy. We attack in for 1,000, 14, and 19. So, really dwindling him down. I think he gets down to, 1,200. And then we go ahead and just pop that Necro Valley. We don't need it around. We set the Ring of Destruction. And, yeah, that was it. I mean, I don't know. I was going to use Ring of Destruction either way, but they had Thestalos and Mobius and Heavy Storms, so they weren't going to be doing a whole lot anyways. But yeah, this deck, super fun, super good, able to dig through your deck so easily, so quickly. I mean, huge congrats to Anthony Alvarado on winning the World Championship for GOAT format. I think he cracked the code for the proverbial season on what the deck should look like. Because, yeah, we turboed through our deck. We saw everything that we needed to see and won very easily. Now, I know Soul Control is probably not the highest tiered deck, but I mean, Monarchs, if you let them, get going, it can be pretty dangerous against them. But we were able to tackle that pretty quickly, nip it in the bud. And yeah, I like it. It's a deck that I think I'm probably going to test out IRL because I do like it that much. But you guys comment down below, what do you think about this deck? Is it one that you guys like? Is it one that you would play IRL? Or what would you do differently in this deck build as opposed to what Alvarado did? Let me know down below. And of course, be sure to like the video, be subscribed, hit that notification bell for all future openings, deck profiles, duels, as well to series that are coming up. And of course, be sure to check out those links down below as well too. Be sure to check out the Etsy store and use that TCG player link. We will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye, and good night.
I, Seto Kaiba, president of Kaiba Corp, implore you to check these recommended videos. While you're at it, hit subscribe and burst stream that notification bell for all future videos.